Good morning, everybody. Welcome once again to Empowering Morning Conversations. And how are we going to empower each other today? So I want everyone to make one statement to the whole group, and that will empower everybody. It could be anything from what you did or anything else you want to say. One sentence that will empower everybody. Go for it. Here's the sentence for me. I am nature's greatest miracle. And what will it take for you to realize that you too are nature's greatest miracle? So that's the empowering statement from me to you. So go ahead. Who's next? Come on. Don't waste time.
Abhinav,
Go ahead.
I experience being connected to you all and each and every human being in this world, including all the animals and the trees.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. That's very empowering. Who else? Rama, good morning. One empowering statement for everybody.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Be the powerful self.
Okay. Thank you very much. Reddy Garu. So I'm not going to take names. So one by one, think what is one positive, empowering statement I can say to this group this morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Morning.
I'm the powerful person in the world.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Next.
I'm happy and happiness all around.
Okay, I spread happiness all around. And who else? Come on.
Be abundant.
Be abundant. Okay. One
Sir.
empowering statement from everyone.
Sir, very well.
Yeah.
Anything makes you weaker is a lie.
Okay. Anything that makes you weaker is a lie. Okay, wonderful. Next person.
Happiness and expansion of happiness is my aim throughout.
All right. Happiness and expansion of happiness is your aim throughout. Okay, Ratanji, go ahead.
Laugh to generate happiness.
Laugh to generate happiness. Okay. Next.
Be happy and spread smile everywhere.
Okay. Be happy and spread a smile everywhere. Okay. Next person.
Ashok,
Yes, Ashokji, go ahead.
I will and I can.
I will and I can. Wonderful. Thank you very much for sharing that. Next. Come on, guys.
I am being aware of good things happening to me.
Okay, you are aware of good things happening to you. Wonderful. Nandakumar, Doctor, one empowering statement for the whole group.
Okay, sir, Kamal here.
Yes, go ahead.
One is stop limiting yourself, change your mindset from I can't to how can I.
Okay, wonderful. That's great. Who else? We're getting some really empowering statements this morning.
So there's much more to experience than we can imagine, and I am experiencing it.
Oh, hey, wonderful. There's much more to experience than you can imagine, and I am experiencing it. Wonderful. Priya.
You are bigger than what you think you are.
Wow, you are bigger than what you think you are. You are 200 feet tall. Wow, fantastic. Who else?
Yes.
From me, sir,
Yep.
be so happy that when others look at you, they become happy too.
Wow. Be so happy that when others look at you, they become happy too. And what about you, Mr. Kasa Sai? What is the empowering statement you wish to say to everybody?
I'll come back again, sir. Nothing's popping
That
up.
is the empowering statement. Okay. I will come back again. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow. How can it be better?
So you got it, huh? You're a smart guy. You can get it. Okay, go ahead, Sakshi.
I'm peaceful, powerful, and progressive.
All right, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So let's start with another wonderful morning. And how have the last couple of days been for you? So a lot of you have challenged yourself and got up earlier than usual, joined us in the morning earlier than usual. So I congratulate you and I thank you on behalf of everyone that, the experiment to start at 7 a.m. is working very, very well. So I'm very happy. And as you can see, I'm getting empowered because you guys are empowering me. All right. And I return it to you with consciousness attached. So you can have it back 100 times multiplied. Okay. So remember one thing which I've been telling you very often, whenever you give any money to someone, you say to that money, I love you, money, and please come back to me multiplied 200 million times. And you'll be so surprised how much money you'll start receiving after that. Every time, even if you give 10 paise to someone. It's a wonderful rule to play by. Now, many of you have heard me saying this before. How many of you have actually started doing it, or how many of you remember to do it? And what's your experience when you do that?
So the first time I did it, that's the day I got my last freelance contract.
Yes, Kasa.
After that, the situation is little better than what it was for me.
Okay, very nice. Thank you very much. Yes, Kunen.
Yes, I experienced some time, and there was a bit surprised moments. So it works. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so what were the surprises, by the way?
Yeah, surprise was that I got bonus from my company.
Yeah, on that particular day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it works. So guys, don't discount the power of all this stuff that we are talking about, all right? Now, let's get back for a bit to the subject of judgment. I mean, that's the one which keeps us stuck forever, okay? So do you remember that judgment stops you from having greater awareness of greater possibilities that you might have, okay? Judgment allows you to only let inside those things which fit into your judgment. So that means how much we must be excluding in your life. Can you just imagine how much you're not letting into your life because, you are judging everything? So judgment creates, like the horse has these blinders, you can see only in one direction. And it stops you from finding other possibilities. It keeps you from perceiving, knowing, being, and receiving everything. Now, isn't that what we want? The ability to perceive everything, the ability to know everything, and the ability to receive everything. Isn't that what we want? We want that, isn't it? See, when we were children, we knew that we don't know, so we wanted to learn. All right? And then we started, what did they teach us? What is right and what is wrong? First thing we learned, what is good, what is bad. Yeah. So at that time, if there is any inner knowing, and there is, there are many examples that little children, even babies, they know a lot of stuff, You don't have to teach them. They come with that knowing. So we learn very quickly to disregard our own knowing and start thinking in the way of the world, which is what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong. That's why many times you are doing actions which go against your inner knowing. Now, I shared this many times. Little children, very, very, very little children, when they play, they will naturally share. After some time, they learn something from you and they don't want to share. No, this is mine, don't touch it. So he's going against his inner knowing. Now we are energetic beings, isn't it? So we've got awareness more than you can imagine. So two things are happening. One, you're picking up the negative awareness or whatever thoughts, feelings, opinions of others. So it's always bombarding you. So your own voice you don't hear many times. Your own awareness you are not able to make out many times because you're picking up everybody else's awareness. Okay? So it's very important to know what is true for you. Okay? It is good to know, with all these shoulds which are bombarding us, how do I know what is the right choice for me? Isn't it? My inner knowing may be telling me something. My inner knowing knows the purpose for me being here. My inner knowing always knows what's right for me. Okay? My inner knowing always knows what is appropriate for me. But do I listen to it? Do I have a way of accessing it? The first time when I was reading this book by Dr. David R. Hawkins, Power versus Force, he gave us a tool over there. Okay? It is a kinesiology tool. Kinesiology is muscle testing, and your muscles will always tell you what's right and what's wrong. So they gave us that tool and I was using it. He used Dr. David Hawkins and his team, they use that tool to measure consciousness. Now, today, this is not the subject, otherwise I would explain to you how he did that. What's important for us to know is, how do we know what's right or what's appropriate for us? We want to know, right? We have to have an easy way of knowing what is true for you. So I learned this muscle testing. So we put these two hands together, and if something is right, the hand will stay tight. If something is not right, it will become loose. So if I say my name is Monkey, this will go up. If I say my name is Sukhdeepak, this will stay tight. There are many ways of doing it. Then when I did Access, I learned another wonderful tool. And that's called, light and heavy. So here we go. The truth always makes you feel lighter, and a lie always makes you feel heavier. Okay? So you can use it for many things. Now, let's say you have this great, compulsion to eat something, and you keep it in front of you, and you say, shall I eat it? And if it makes you feel heavy, then you know that you don't eat it. If it makes you feel lighter, then you eat it. I've even tried another experiment that I stand straight in front of that item, all right? And I let my body loose and stand straight, and I say, shall I eat it? And if my body goes towards it, it will slow. You'll start noticing it sways towards it. Then that means it's okay for you. And if it goes away from it, then it's not okay for you. Similarly, light and heavy. Should I associate with this person? You feel heavy. Don't. Okay? So when something is heavy, it is a lie for you. Okay? It may be all right for somebody else. It's a lie for you. It is not true for you personally. So let's say that you want, suddenly for some reason you decide to do some course of action, or somebody asks you, Nani, you do this is the way you should do it. Now you want to know whether it's right for you. So what do? You do this light and heavy, right? And I promise you that whatever it is that you are wanting to do or they've asked you to do, if it conflicts with something that you decided, concluded, or bought as true in the past, then you may or may not feel light. You might feel heavy, right? Or because you picked up something from the past and what you want to do now is not coinciding, you can discreate whatever stuff you're carrying from the past. So it could be either of those. So how do you access your awareness of what is right for you? That's a good question, isn't it? So you can practice this. You can practice it by asking light and heavy about the things that you are sure about and move into exploring more challenging ideas. So what are you sure about? I'm a boy. If you're a boy, you'll feel light. You say, I'm a girl, you'll feel heavy. Okay? So things that you know about. So you can have a, there is hot water in a jug, and you say, oh, the water is cold. The water in this jug is cold. You'll feel heavy. Yeah, so it's a good way of finding out whether something is clear or not clear. All right. So a lot of times we are a little confused about it. We don't have confidence that this will work for you or not. So let's do a little clearing for you guys this morning. Everywhere you've decided or concluded that you don't know what and how light and heavy is, and it feels for you, would you please destroy and uncreate it all and step into your knowing right now? Yes? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere you decided or concluded that you don't know what and how light and heavy is and how that feels for you, would you please destroy and uncreate all that and step into your knowing right now? Yes? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. What stupidity are you using to create the total defense against knowing everything that is actually possible? Are you choosing everything that is times a quadrillion? Will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Yes? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. What have you made so vital and valuable about family that keeps you from perceiving, knowing, being, and receiving the total choice as possibility that is you? You truly be. Everything that is times a quadrillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. What have you made so vital and valuable about family that keeps you from perceiving, knowing, being, and receiving the total choice as a possibility for you? Everything that is times a quadrillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. How many proofs of finite perceiving, knowing, being, receiving do you have to create the menu of choice you're choosing? Everything that is times a quadrillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Yes, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So, having done these clearing, what's opening up for you? Anything that's coming up? Anything you'd like to share?
Feeling lighter, sir.
Okay,
And
very good.
energetic.
And what, energetic too? All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, anybody else? Anything else?
I feel I can make decision.
I feel I can make decisions. Do you feel that you can do the tool called light and heavy?
Yes.
Okay, ready, Garu?
Sir, it is okay if I make a note of the clearing statement with me whenever I feel.
You have this clearing statement most probably in your bars manual.
It is there. That's what I want. But
Yeah,
what
sure.
I thought was, actually, whatever you said, I'll make a note and just read whenever I felt like that.
Of course, definitely. Why not? These clearings, some of them I am also sending you as an audio in the group.
Yes, sir.
Or you can make your own audio using the clearing and listen to it as often as possible. And they actually work for you.
Okay, sir.
So many realities you can change with these clearing statements, If you're working with money or you're working with relationship, there is a loop which I made on what we call as comfortable distance that we maintain in relationships. So I've been using that, and it makes me everybody around much more closer. My actions are changing with the people around my life. All right. So good question. Thank you very much. So anything else? Anybody?
Yes, sir. So what I'm thinking is, probably our own instinct, or maybe God gives us signal for our betterment or for our decision. We have to identify it.
Yes, and the way you do it is by using this tool called light and heavy. So before you decide to make any choices or decisions, you can ask this question.
Yeah.
Is this going to work for me? You feel heavy, don't do it. Is this going to work for me? It feels light, you can do it. Okay, good. So that brings me to another wonderful tool. And you notice that I use this tool with you people all the time, right from day one. Okay, and that tool is called Ask a Question. Ask a question. So when you even ask this question, is this light or heavy for me? That was a question, isn't it? So questions are absolutely necessary, all right? That is a way of getting more awareness about something. It is a way of accessing your knowing. It's so simple. We only ask questions in life generally because we want answers. So here we are saying you don't need to find out answers. So what we are saying is you can increase your awareness and perception about something. And that's the purpose of the questions we will ask. All right. Now, there are some funny questions we'll ask. What did I do wrong? Now, this is not really a question, okay? It's a conclusion. If you ask a question like, what did I do wrong? Is it really a question? There's a conclusion that I've done something wrong. And you're asking, what did I do wrong? You're assuming that you've done some wrong, right? So don't ask question like that. So a lot of times we ask, now you start noticing, a lot of people will ask a question in such a way, they'll just put a question mark in front of it. Actually, it's a conclusion which is hidden and looks like a question. Actually, it is not. So we are not talking about that kind of a question. Okay? When you do that, you're only looking for something to judge. When you ask those kind of questions, you're only looking to prove that you are right and how bad and wrong you are. So these kind of questions are not empowering and uplifting for you, right? A real question always empowers you, right? Because it shows you possibilities. Answers disempower you. So here are some actual questions, right? And if you ask these kind of questions, they will increase your awareness without any judgment of anything, all right? And these kind of questions will help you to look for infinite possibilities with no investment in the outcome. You just want to open up more possibilities. Normal kind of question we will ask is, if I do this, will I get what I want? No, that's not the kind of question. So let's look at some questions, all right? So one good question is, what else is possible here? What else is possible here? Or let's say that you are in a particular situation, okay? You're not happy in that situation. So you can ask a question like, what did I choose to get into this situation? What is the difference between this kind of questioning and the conclusion kind of questioning? So when you ask a real question, all your frames or your boundaries or blinders, they come off. More and more openings will begin to show up. Possibilities which you could not see before, they start showing up. That's important, right? Because if you keep looking at things in the old way, you will keep doing things in the old way, expecting a different result. You will not get it. So what do? Ask a question to create awareness. A question like, what else is possible here? So when you have more possibilities than you could see before, then you have more choice, right? So there are more questions I'm going to introduce you to. So let's say something is happening, you may be resisting it or not. You can ask a question, right? What is right about this for me that I'm not getting? Like Kasha, there is a specific situation you are in, okay? The normal mind would say, oh my God, why is this situation happening? It's bad, it's terrible. Now that's a sign that you're resisting it. What if you ask this question, what's right about what's going on, which I'm not able to get? What's right about it for me? That's one question you can ask. You can ask another question. What energy, space, consciousness can I be to have total clarity about all this? So many things are happening. You're feeling confused. You don't know what to choose, what action to make. You can ask this question. What energy, space, and consciousness can I be and do? Can I be to have total clarity about all this? So confusion will go away, clarity will emerge. So I've told you two questions. Something is going on, you don't like it. So you ask this question, what is right about this for me that I'm not getting? There could be something right in it for you, right? But you're not getting it. So you ask this question, what's right about this for me that I'm not getting? Another question you can ask is, what energy, space, and consciousness can I be to have total clarity about this?
Sure, sir.
Another question, what can I be or do different so I can be and do this with even greater ease? So you're doing something, right? So like we are doing these calls this morning. It's a good question to ask, right? Or let us say Lena is trying to enroll parents to send their children for her program. Or she's trying to enroll people to join her in doing the bars workshop with me in Bhopal. She may be getting results or not. Okay, she may be struggling with it. So she can ask this question, what can I be or do different so I can be and do this with even greater ease? What can I be or do different so I can be and do this with even greater ease? What is truly possible here that I am refusing to be and receive? What is truly possible here that I am refusing to be and to receive? Another question can be, what would it take for this to turn out better than I could ever imagine? So, consciousness will give you solutions. What would it take for this to turn out better than I ever could imagine? What choice can I make today to change the situation right away? It's another question you can ask. So what do I know that I'm pretending not to know or denying that I know? Or sometimes you don't know what question to ask. So you can ask a question about that also. What question can I ask to start changing this? And for God's sake, don't start looking for the answer. Please shut up. Let the energy show you, right? Let the energy of the question that you put out go into the universe and see what shows up. Something or the other will show up. So when you ask a question, an energy makes itself known to you. How wonderful is that? Wouldn't you like that to happen? So I'm putting some of these questions in the chat. You can copy them. Yes, Reddy Garu.
Shall we say that let the universe give you the answer?
That's exactly. The universe will give you the energy. It will give you the answers.
Thank you, sir.
It will give you an awareness. See, if you notice the way these questions are framed, right? It is framed in a way that you are going to get possibilities. More and more possibilities.
But our normal human mentality is we always look for the answers, sir.
We ask a question always with some answer in our mind, no?
Yes, sir.
So here we are like a blank slate, asking a question to see what shows up. Okay.
Okay.
Something even beyond what we are thinking till now, no? So let's do a little clearing about this, okay? Because we normally don't ask questions. We have our own fixed way of asking question also, isn't it? So, ready guys? Let's do a clearing. What fixed point of view do you have that if you didn't have it, would create a question that would set you free? Everything that brings up times of quadrillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Yes, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all 9 shorts, boys and beyond. One more time. So when I ask the question, say yes. You don't have to open your mic for that. Just say, what fixed point of view do you have? I'll repeat it. What fixed point of view do you have that if you didn't have it, would create a question that would set you free? Everything that brings up times a quadrillion, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Yes, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all 9 shorts, boys and beyond. Now question, what are you making significant that destroys your capacity for question, choice and possibility? Everything that is can be, please uncreate and destroy it. Yes, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all 9 shorts, boys and beyond. So what distortion of asking questions are you using to create distraction from potency are you choosing? Everything that is times a quadrillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Yes, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. What questions are you refusing to ask that you truly could be choosing to ask? That if you choose to ask it, it would allow you to create a reality and a world beyond your wildest dreams. Everything that doesn't allow that, can we please uncreate and destroy it? Yes, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So one more time. What question are you refusing to ask that you truly could be choosing to ask?
Hello?
That if you could choose to ask it, would allow you to create a reality and a world beyond your wildest dreams. Everything that doesn't allow that, can we please uncreate and destroy it? Yes, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are powerful tools. Yes, Reddy Garu.
Can we apply this for other persons also?
Can you, what do you mean by apply this for other persons?
No, in case we want to create more awareness or consciousness in other people.
You can ask them.
Oh, that's what.
But it's a question they have to ask, no, in order to get the answer.
Okay.
They should be wanting an answer, no?
Yeah.
But what you can do, so somebody is stuck on something, okay?
Yeah.
And they're going on saying, no, it's only like this and that. And all.
True.
Yeah? And you say, okay, I got that. I get your point of view. But here's a question for you. What else is possible? That question you can ask them.
Okay.
They are saying, I know this is the only way to do it.
Yeah.
Right? So you say, okay, great, fantastic. What you're saying is that this is the only way to do it. What else is possible? Is there any other way to do it also maybe possible?
Okay.
Look into it. What else is possible? How does it get better than this?
Yes.
Do you think there is even a better way than this to do it?
Okay.
I'm not serious. The main thing is you are not saying you are wrong in your thinking. Never say like that. First you tell them, okay, this is what you're saying. Na?
Yes.
You tell him what somebody told you, I want to do like this, like this, like this, like this. So don't say no. You say, okay, you are saying you want to do like this, like this, like this. Great, fantastic. I like it. What else is possible? Or you can say you want to do like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. I got it. I understand that. Now, is there any other way you can do it also? Are you willing to experiment with the even better way of doing it?
So what you say is, you tell without any judgment, right or wrong.
You tell this to who?
To whoever it is. I'm just speaking to my daughter or my colleagues. So when they say something, so first I accept and then say that how can we do better than this? So what I feel is, instead of saying straight away wrong, no, you are wrong. That's our normal reaction. That's our normal reaction. Say that automatically we'll say, no, you are wrong. So without judgment, we'll first accept what they say and then give the reasoning, saying what else is possible.
Only that, nothing else you have to say.
Okay, sir.
So whatever you're saying, first you tell them back, okay, this is what you told me, no? Have I understood your point? You ask them like this.
Yeah.
They'll say, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then you say, great, fantastic. What else is possible? Or you can even ask, is there any other way possible also?
Okay.
Okay, because then never say wrong. See, why are you saying wrong? Because you are seeing something which they are not seeing.
Yeah.
So that's why you're saying it's wrong. By asking the right question, they might start seeing what you are saying. Na?
Yes.
Then you don't have to tell them you're wrong. Nobody likes to be told they're wrong. Na?
Yes.
Great, fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay, who else? So what is it that you're getting? Now start thinking, okay, what questions can I ask? So everybody is in some situation or the other, isn't it? Look at the questions. I'll repeat some of the questions which I've given to you on the chat, right? What is right about this for me that I'm not getting? When will you ask this question? So let me ask you a question. Here is a question I gave you that it's a good question. Correct? What is the question? The question is, what is right about this for me that I'm not getting? So this question, when will you ask it?
When you're in confusion, sir. When you're in doubt.
Okay. So what's right? Okay, any other situation you could ask this question in?
When I have a conflict with my boss, like he's trying to say something and I'm not able to understand that.
Yeah, so say the question. What's the question you will ask yourself?
What's right about this situation? Yeah, whatever he's saying that I'm not getting.
Yeah, what's right about this that I'm not getting?
Yeah.
Great. So that's good. Now let's look at the other question, right? What energy, space, and consciousness can I be to have total clarity with this? So when would you ask this question? The second question, it's on the chat. Okay. When will you ask that question? Now, what kind of situation would you ask that?
When I think इसके आगे अब कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता. Like this is the end.
Okay, sounds good. What else?
I don't know what it means.
No, my question is, when will you ask this question?
Sir, when we have multiple options and we are confused which way to go.
Yeah, then you can ask. No, so there is, let us imagine that you don't have clarity about something, correct? You're confused. Something is going on. You don't have clarity कि अभी मैं क्या करूं, correct? Then you can ask this question: what energy, space, and consciousness can I be so that I can have total clarity about this situation? Got it? Gopalji, are you clear about what this question is?
Yeah. Yes.
Think about it. It's a very important question. Other people also think. When would you ask this question? What energy, space, consciousness can I be to have total clarity about all this? ये पता है क्या? You will ask in situation जब mind बोलता है मेरे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है क्या करूं? Got it?
Yes, so we have to give ourselves a little time. As you said on the date, we have to go some silent place or hill area or to open space where we get all the answer.
No. That's not what I'm saying. This is a question. Okay?
And this is a question, but then
when would you ask this question? I'm saying, in which situation will you ask this question?
Okay, when we don't get the clarity at that moment, probably we can ask ourselves to go somewhere in some space or in some open area where we can, reflect and think. Not the open area, but yeah, in some where the energy and consciousness will be more. And
but you can't always do that, no? What you're saying is I should go to some place and then I will ask this question. No need. Are you getting it? I mean, ideally speaking, if you can do that, nothing like it. But can we always do that?
No.
So we are professionals, we are dealing with some issue at that particular moment and we don't know what to do. So we cannot say, no, all right, I'll just go for a mountain trip and come back after meditation. Then
not the mountain or we can't go there, but yeah, to go some place where we get the clarity.
Yeah, but clarity is not going to come from the place, it's going to come from you. See, that's why I'm asking you. It should know when to ask the question. Of course, you can do that. Now, it may be, see, I'll tell you what. For me, every time I have to make some life-changing decision in my life, I go and do a 10-day Vipassana program, and my mind is so clear that I can make the right choice. That kind of situation you're talking about, Kamal. I'm saying in everyday life, this is a very important question. When can you ask it? You can say, what energy, space, consciousness can I be that would give me total clarity about whatever is going on? ठीक है? ये कभी भी पूछ सकते, कहीं भी पूछ सकते. Okay, the next question. What can I be or do different so I can be and do this with even greater ease? This is another question. Question number 3. Okay? You're doing something, you're finding it hard. It is not that easy for you to do it. Then you ask this question, what can I be or do different so that I can be and do this with even greater ease? Okay, so here is these questions. Powerful tools. So we've got two powerful tools that we've given you today. Okay. So what I would like to hear from you is, in what way is it going to change the way you are going to be operating from today onwards? Yes, ready, Arun.
It will create greater awareness and access to our consciousness, sir, by using these tools.
Wonderful. My question was more about what are you going to do differently? It will give you greater awareness. You've got tools, right? You've got a tool called light and heavy, and you've got a tool called, questions that I can ask. And we've even given you a set of questions that you can ask in different situations. Okay. So I'm saying, what are you going to do about it? Yes, Sakshi ji.
Yeah. So I have a query over here that first thing, to whom are we addressing this to? Are we addressing this to universe, supreme power, God, or whatever we believe in? First query was this. And second query is, after picking up a question and asking the right question, what happens? Like,
You'll have to wait and see, isn't it?
Sorry?
If you are asking what happens, how will you find out unless you do it?
Yeah, obviously, but then
लगता है ना जब आप करके देखते हो.
हाँ, लेकिन मतलब करके देखने के बाद मतलब अपने आप को ज्ञान मिलता है या कैसा फील होता है?
देखो, वेट करो ना, पूछ के तो देखो.
ठीक है.
अभी
And whom do we address this to?
किसको पूछना है, ये बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन है, क्योंकि आपने आंसर दे ही दिया अपने क्वेश्चन में. When you ask that question, who should I ask? Should I ask to the God or the awareness or blah, blah, blah? All of them, they are all one. Right? You're asking the universe for an answer, and the universe gives you an awareness. Okay? So let's, are you getting, am I answering your question, Shakti ji? I don't want you to think कि मैं आपके question को टरका रहा हूं. Hello.
नहीं सर, लेकिन अभी एकदम कंप्लीट क्लैरिटी नहीं है. अभी मुझे ये भी समझना था कि उसके बाद कैसे होता है. But then maybe I do it and then I realize what happens.
एक मिनट, मैं बोलता हूं, अगर मैं बोलता हूं आपको कि उसके बाद ना चमत्कार होगा, बादल गरजने लगेंगे, लाइटनिंग बोल्ट्स आ जाएंगी, मैं ये बोलता हूं, फिर are you getting it? We don't know. You will get so much awareness. I can give you only samples from my life, Now, there was someone who was working for us, okay? And I don't like to fire people. Fire in the sense को नौकरी से निकाल दिया, पेट पे लात मारनेंगे, ये वो, okay? So I asked a question to myself. Okay? And then what came to me very clearly was that by not removing this person, you are actually harming that person. You're letting this person to continue with their bad habit. अगर तुमको लग रहा है कि तुम नुकसान उसका पहुंचा रहे हो, ये एक्शन करके, एक्चुअली तुम नुकसान नहीं पहुंचा रहे हो, उसका फायदा करवा रहे हो. You won't believe this has actually happened. एक तो ये अभी का एग्जांपल था. See, about 25 years ago, there was a guy who came to one of my programs along with this whole team. Okay? And at the end of the program, he got sacked. Okay? Okay, during the program, people found out something about him and he lost his job. And I was feeling very bad about it, कि यार, somehow मुझे लगा कि मेरी वजह से उसकी जॉब चली गई. Okay? After 7 months, he rang me up. well, भाई साहब, आप कैसे हो? मैंने कहा बिल्कुल बढ़िया. मैंने कहा यार, तुमने मुझे कैसे याद कर लिया? मैं बड़ा फ्रैंक आदमी. मैंने कहा तुम बड़े नाराज हो गए मुझसे. मैंने कहा था क्यों सर, किस बात के लिए नाराज हो जाएंगे? सर, आपने तो मेरी काया पलट दी. मेरी जिंदगी बदल दी। मैंने कहा क्या हो गया? सर अगर वो नहीं हुआ होता आज मैं इस पोजीशन में नहीं होता जहां मैं पे हूं। सर मैं आज प्रेसिडेंट लगा हूं रिलायंस में, क्योंकि जिस डायरेक्शन में मैं जा रहा था मेरी कभी तरक्की होनी ही नहीं थी और मेरी आंखें खुल गई थी। Alright? So when you ask questions, you get awareness about things. So let's take a problem that is, I think, with many people in life. आपके साथ भी होगी कि we have some deep desire. Okay? This is another situation which has happened to me personally. There is a deep desire that I want to make a choice about something. But सारी दुनिया कहती है कि ये कैसे कर सकते हो, ये उम्र में ये नहीं हो सकता, वो नहीं हो सकता, you know, all that stuff. Then I asked this question. And I got my answer and I took the step and I'm a very happy man now for the last 10 years. Because something which I wanted and I would have not chosen it, you know, if I was going by what people will say and ye or wo, right? Or problem ye hoti hai ki when you want something and you desire something which is against what everybody is saying, कि तुम ऐसे कैसे कर सकते हो या वो, अभी मैंने बोला भी नहीं है किसी को, मुझे पहले से ही लग रहा बोलूंगा तो लोग कहेंगे कि तुम ऐसे कैसे कर सकते हो और या वो. Okay? So when I asked that question and I got so much clarity about it, you know, so at least first of all I was not feeling guilty and bad about even कभी कभी कुछ ऐसे desires होते हैं ना, you're thinking कि मैं ऐसे सोच कैसे सकता हूँ, मेरा दिमाग खराब है क्या, ऐसे कैसे सोच सकते हो तुम? That's not the way to think. So that's the situation. Obviously, will you have any clarity in that situation? कोई clarity होगी नहीं. So that is the question, and I can tell you what is the question that we would ask in that situation. Tell me out of all these questions, ladies and gentlemen, which question should you ask? Just say in the example that I've given you. साक्षी जी आप बताइए कौन सा क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं ऐसे सिचुएशन में? Anybody? You look at the questions in the chat.
The one which says,
what
do I know?
energy
Wait. Let one interaction be over, please.
Okay.
See, this situation which I just described to you, Sakshi ji, what question would I ask out of all these 5-6 questions?
So I feel you should be asking what energy, space, and consciousness should I be to bring complete clarity about this?
Exactly. So I did a combination of 2 questions. Okay. So then I made a choice, right? Till then I was struggling to make a decision. Then I made a choice. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Sakshi ji. Now some clarity is coming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, very much.
So first, then Reddy Garu, then we will talk to Ashok ji. Yes, Reddy Garu. Reddy Garu, we are waiting for you.
The second question is what choice I can take? Can I make today to change this situation right away?
Yeah, that's also a good question. So very soon you will learn how to frame your own questions. These questions which I have given you are just guidelines. Okay? Yeah, Ashok ji.
Yeah. What is truly possible here to which I am refusing?
This is kind of similar to this question, right? What is right about this for me that I'm not getting? Right? What is truly possible here that I'm refusing to be?
Which I am refusing.
ये भी हो सकता है ना?
Yeah.
What is truly possible here that I'm refusing to be?
That I am refusing.
Or to receive. Okay. Great. So now as we are coming to the end of this session, and I promised you that I would end on time. So before we end it, we have to. Sui atak gayi. We have to. You know what we have to? कुलदीप जी की शायरी सुनेंगे पहले.
Sir, same thing which you were saying, to get the results, एक शेर है कि यूं ही नहीं मिलती मंजिलें.
यूं ही नहीं मिलती मंजिलें. ओके.
एक जुनून सा दिल में जगाना पड़ता है.
एक जुनून सा दिल में जगाना पड़ता है.
पूछा चिड़िया से कैसे बनाया आशियाना. बोली भरनी पड़ती है उड़ान बार बार और तिनका तिनका उठाना पड़ता है.
Wow, fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you.
For practice to do this all this.
So, Purohit साहब, आपने क्या अर्ज कर रहे हैं?
बहुत अच्छे शेर है सर. मैंने अर्ज किया है जनाब, आप सबों की तवज्जो चाहूंगा कि जो रब को मेरे कबूल हो वही काश मेरे उसूल हो. जो रब को मेरे कबूल हो वही काश मेरे उसूल हो. वही सब्र हो वही गुफ्तगू वही सादगी वही आजिज़ी.
Thank you. Now that really makes me smile. So guys, go forth and be happy and generate some laughter as we are leaving. So 1, 2, 3, go. Everyone. See you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.